welcome to my second video on horse show preparation. Today I want to talk to you about supplies and equipment. I'm going to give you 3 tips that are going to help you make your horse show day as stress-free as possible. So about 3 or 4 weeks before your show, it's a good idea to get yourself a horse show checklist. So if you Google horse show checklist, you can find a lot of really good checklists that have everything you could possibly need the day of the show. So get one of those lists, go through it, make sure you choose everything that's relevant to you, and then head on out to the tack room, to your trailer, and into your closet, and make sure you have everything you need on the checklist, that you can put your hands on all the supplies and equipment that you could possibly need. The reason I'm telling you to do it about 3 or 4 weeks in advance is because maybe you thought your stock tie was in your trailer and you can't find it. You have to replace it. You want to make sure that you give yourself plenty of time to get any new equipment that you need to replace for the day of the show, or something that maybe you didn't think of that you need. So make sure you give yourself plenty of time to do any repairs or replacements that you might need. Okay, so tip number 2 is, if you do find yourself with new equipment, don't wait until the day of the show to use the new equipment. Regardless of what that new equipment is, even if it is something as simple as a new dressage whip, make sure you use it, make sure you're comfortable. If you have new boots, make sure those are all broken in and those feel good to ride in. Whatever it possibly is that's new to you, make sure you try it out well in advance before the show to make sure it suits you and your horse. Okay, so tip number 3 is about cleaning your tack. I am going to suggest to you that you clean your tack not right after your last practice ride, but right before your last practice ride. And the reason being is because if you have a high standard for yourself for the show, you're going to want to take all of your equipment apart and give it a good cleaning. You're going to take your bridle apart, you're going to shine up that bit and clean it really nicely. You're going to take the stirrup leathers off of your saddle and you're going to shine up your stirrup irons. And then when everything's nice and clean and ready to go, you're going to put it all back together again. The reason I want you to do this before your last practice ride is sometimes when we're putting things back together, we can mess it up a little bit. So you want to make sure you put it all back together, and then you put it all on your horse, and just if you need any adjustments, or maybe you put your stirrups on the wrong side, whatever, you can get that fixed up the day before the show or 2 days before the show, whenever your last practice ride is, and you won't have a problem the day of the show. You don't want to be using up your scheduled tack up time and then having to cut into your warm-up time to fix your bridle because you messed something up. All right, so you're going to get that checklist. You're going to make sure you have everything you need well in advance of the show. You're going to make sure that you use any new equipment that you have. Make sure you're happy and comfortable with all of those things, so that doesn't cause a distraction for you on the day of the horse show. And then you're going to make sure all your tack is nice and clean and put back together correctly, that you can put it on your horse, the horse wears your tack, and that you're comfortable in it, and that everything is right back where you need it to be. Okay, so that you don't have any unnecessary stress the day of the show while you're trying to get ready and head over to your warm-up. Thank you so much for watching. I hope those tips were helpful to you, and I look forward to seeing you at the next video with more tips on making your horse show experience as stress-free, as happy, and as successful as possible. Thanks again for watching.